Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's up, what's going on? Hope you guys are good. First and foremost, I'd like to wish you guys a happy new month. Yes, this is the month of June. I wish you divine favor. I wish you divine intervention. I wish you more grace. I wish you good luck. I wish you all the best things this month. So on. I wish you all the best things June has to offer and so much more. So anyways, without any long story, let me introduce myself. Like I always say, my name is Tiffany Eweka and I'm a Nigerian based in Ghana YouTuber. And from the title of today's video, you can tell what we're about to talk about. We're going to talk about the whole working permits, student permits, residence permits, all that, the immigration, how it all goes down as a foreigner, as a newbie in Ghana. If you want to get your residence permit, if you're thinking of seeking your residence permit, if you haven't gotten it yet, or if you're coming, maybe you're relocating to Ghana for some period of time, or you want to work here, or you're looking to school here, you're in the right place. You clicked on the right video, and please do share this video with anybody because this is useful information. Let's get into the video. So we're going to be talking about how to get your working permit in Ghana, your residence permit, all that stuff. So I'm going to run you guys through the process step by step as much as I can. So first of all, I want to clear the air on something. People feel like, okay, if you want to apply for a residence permit, you have to apply for it separately, have to apply for working permit separately, have to apply for a student permit separately, but that's not the case. So I want to read directly from my passport, but I won't be showing you guys because of security and all that. So if, for example, now wait, hold on. So yeah, if for example now you want a working permit, you would apply for a residence permit under a working permit. So it will be stamped on your passport and it will be written like this. It has Republic of Ghana residence permit. Now it will say permitted to reside in Ghana under sector this act this. I don't want to say all that. With this employed by, then they'll write the company you're employed by. Do you understand? If for example you're going to work for, let's say, Closed Doors and co, it will say Closed Doors and co. That's how it's written. So if you are a student as well, it's going to be written like something like this. Sorry, hold on. If you are applying as a student, if you're applying as a student for a residence permit, it's going to be written like this. Republic of Ghana, same thing, permitted to reside in Ghana under regulation so and so. As if you're going to be a spouse of somebody, fine. If you're going to be someone's taking care of you, fine. But as a student, it also has a slash which says student of. Do you understand? I hope you're getting that. So when it's a student of, they're going to write the name of the institute you're schooling at. So that's just how it is. So it's like an all-in-all thing. If you're coming in as a student, you will be given an automatic residence permit as a student of, and if you're coming in to work, you'll be given a residence permit as an employee of. Yeah, that's how it goes. So it will rather so it will rather include your employee's name and name of your institution. So that's how it goes. So people should stop getting twisted that, oh, you need a residence permit aside, you now also need to get a working permit aside. No, it's just like a two-in-one thing. So yeah, let's keep on going. Let me keep on explaining to you guys. So now here is the cocoa of why you guys are watching this video, and I wrote some things down so I don't want to forget some things. Listed are the necessary requirements needed to process your working or student permits. So yeah, so I will, for the sake of some people that are probably already here that are looking to work, I'm gonna shift onto the working permit aspect. The student permit aspect is pretty simple actually. Your school does that for you. Most times your school does that for you. They will take you to the immigration office and they'll do that for you. Like instead that you submit your passports. Like in my own uni where I went to, all we did was submit our international passports to the student affairs, and they helped us with the process. The only thing we showed up for was, I think, just our non-citizenship ID card, which I'll show you at the ending part of this video. But to get your working permit is a whole different ballgame. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So getting your working permits, there are like 4 things that you need. You need your medicals, you need your birth certificate, you need your international passport, and you need your new citizenship ID, and of course 2 passport pictures. So that's actually 5 things you need. So let's go through it again. You need to do your medicals, you need your birth certificate, you need 2 passport pictures, you need your non-citizenship ID, and you need your international passport. So the first phase of getting your working permit is that you need to go for your medicals, and you will not just go for your medicals anyhow, hospital or any hospital. There's a hospital in the immigration office. Yes, the Ghana immigration office in Ghana, the headquarters, that's the head office. You would go there and they will do it for you. They'll take your samples and all that to see if you're fit. They're gonna this medicals, and it's a really easy process actually. You're just going to test for HIV, syphilis, anything like if you have your blood sugar level, anything. They just want to know how you are, like how fit you are. You know, look at my die in someone's country. I'm not sure that's why it's done, but it's really important to actually do your medicals. It's very, very important. So after you're done with that, so when you enter your when you get to the immigration office, you're asked to sit down in the waiting room for you to take your medicals, and you're supposed to pay $200 for this procedure. Yes, you heard right, $200. That's about 1,100 Ghana cedis. So that's what you're supposed to pay for this procedure. And yeah, this procedure is for foreigners, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, obviously you already get my drill. This is about foreigners, so yeah, you have to pay for that. So when you're done with that, you proceed to take your blood test, and this will take about 2 working days to come out. Yes, 2 working days. So you have 2 choices. If you want to go back and pick the result, no problem. If you don't want to go back and pick the result, no problem. With this result, it will tell if you're going to be eligible to actually get your residence permit, your working permit. Yes, actually yes, if you're fit enough. But yeah, in most cases I think people still get it regardless, but I don't know, but I'm talking about my own case. So when you're done with that phase, you're going to move on to phase 2, and this is actually the part, the gang part. You're actually applying now for your residence permits, working permits. Let's just say working permits, yeah, so you guys will not get confused. So you get into the room. The place at which you apply for this phase is called the FIMS, which is the Foreign Identification Management System. It's a small cubicle in the immigration office. You go there, you sit down, and you're given a form. So when you're given this form, you ask for your international passport, you ask for your birth certificate, and you ask for your non-citizenship ID card. Yes, non-citizenship ID card looks something like this. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So you're going to be asked for those things, because you're going to fill your form. The form is going to ask you for your birth certificate number, all those things. It's going to ask you for some, and obviously you need your passport as a means of identification. This is an international passport. This is like your identification, because of course you don't have like a card or whatsoever. But anyways, that's what you need. So yeah, that's just what happens. So you fill the form. When you're done, you're called inside. You ask for your fingerprints, biometrics. You take your fingerprints, your 4 fingers, your thumb, you get it scanned, and you're supposed to sign as well. Then you're taking a picture as well. Then that's like the process of getting non-citizenship ID card as well, and also like applying for the working permit. Mind you, you need all these things to proceed you to the next level of applying for a working permit. If you have not done these steps, if you've not gone through the medicals, if you've not gone through getting your non-citizenship ID card, you might not, I don't know, it's really hard. Since are intact. If not, your process is going to be really delayed, sort of, because people go through back doors. But let me tell you, now that there's a pandemic, trust me sweetheart, those back doors will not really work again. Go to the front door. So now let me give you guys a disclaimer. If peradventure, let's say you were coming to renew your residence permit, let's say it's expired, let's say let's say it's expired 2019, that's like 2 years ago, you'll be fined 50 Ghana cedis every month. Yes, if you don't, peradventure, you don't renew your residence permit on time. So if you know that your residence permit is going to expire, like let's say now it's estimated for just 1 year. That's how the residence permit goes. There are a lot of foreigners in Ghana right now that are working around with an expired residence permit, and the day you will actually choose to renew it, maybe because you want to get a new job or you want to go to school somewhere or something, you'll cry. So if you know that your residence permit has expired, please go and renew it right now before the money exists, because you'll be fined 50 Ghana cedis for every month that you have delayed. Yes, so if peradventure your residence permit has been expired for 2 years, calculate that 50 Ghana cedis times 24, like That's how much, you know. I don't want to do maths for you though, but some people are just be very smart, just be very sharp. You'll be paying something like almost 200 and something dollars for 2 years of having your residency permit expired. So you always get that in checked, you know. Yeah. So aside from everything, I hope you guys have been able to understand a few things about getting residence permit in Ghana. I could not mention some terms because I don't want to violate any policy of the Ghanaian law. I don't talk too much because before I came on with this video, I checked. I'm not really seeing people talk about things like this because it's really sensitive. So I try to like make it not so sensitive. So I'll just run through some steps again that I spoke of. So I spoke of the medicals, spoke of having your international passport, 2 passport photographs, your birth certificate, and a non-citizenship ID card. So these are the requirements needed for you to proceed onto getting your working permit. You need these 5 requirements very much. And before you get your non-citizenship ID card, you have to still go through your medicals to get it as well. It's not a backdoor thing. I know some people might do backdoor, but please, in life, stop going to the back door. The front door is nice sometimes. It's nice sometimes. So this is what you need, basically trying to secure your residence permit. So remember, be a law-abiding citizen. Don't feel like you're above the law. You're a foreigner here in Ghana. You have to do what you gotta do. Okay. So as a student, as I said, your school is most likely going to help you with this process. They will most likely help you easy, because I did not go through any of this process, like this long process, when I was in uni. They just asked me, hand in your international passport to the student affairs. All the foreigners, we handed in our international passports, and we went to, I think, the immigration office, and they just took a picture of us for our non-citizen ID card. And I think then we paid $500 for that. Yeah, I paid $500 for that. I think that was that time. That's how much we paid for that. So that was only like 2016. Do you understand? So the only time I went through like this strict mandatory process of medicals and all that was when I was getting my working permit. So yeah, and just know you also need your working permit for certain things. Like for example, you want to get your SNIT number. Those things you have to have a working permit for that. I remember, as I said, it's to the 2-in-1 process. You have a residency permit as a student, residency permit as a worker in Ghana. So yeah, that is all you need. So come to Ghana, move to Ghana. The process is really easy, really nice. And yes, okay, I did not mention this last part before we end this video. You actually wait about 3 weeks to a month for your working permit to come out. It depends on how fast or how soon you started processing it. I think some people have waited for 2 months to get their working permit. I don't know. When I was in uni, it just took a month for us to come out, 3 weeks, something like that. Working permits, mine took about a month to come out, but I've heard at some cases it takes like over 2 months or 3 months. I do not know why it takes so long, but it's the system, you cannot control it. So yeah, that's just how it works. So anyways guys, I hope you learned a thing or two. If you're watching this, if this was not explainable, you can write me down in the comment section below, and you can ask me some questions that you feel confused on, because I don't know if I was really explainable to an extent. But yeah, that is basically all that it takes to get your working permit here in Ghana, and one step to becoming a non-citizen. I'm kidding. You're not going to come with non-citizen. I mean, you're not going to come with citizen automatically like that, but you shall. It's like, yeah. So anyways guys, till next time. Yeah, before I go, I want to say this. I know I said about posting content has been really crazy for me. So some things are going to change on this channel because of work and other stuff. So instead of posting normal Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm sorry, I'm limiting my content to just every Mondays. Yes, that way I know I'll be consistent. So if I know that, okay, every Monday I'm going to drop a video, that is going to be amazing for me, because I know I'm going to schedule the video a day before, because my weekends are just my free time, so I can make a content or create a video or something like that over the weekends, as set it to a timer or schedule it rather for YouTube for Monday. So that will work for me and work for us, just so that we become consistent on this channel. So anyways guys, please share this video, share this link, and if you like this content, tell me. If you liked me talking about how the Ghanaian law goes, you know, I still have some things to tell you guys about. We'll talk about some other nice crucial conversations next time. Till meet again guys, bye. Please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, tell a brother, tell your mother about this YouTube channel. Bye.